Okay, welcome to the day 4 of me Akhileshwar talking in English in YouTube. So one quick update is actually I slept yesterday pretty soon. I slept by 10 p.m. and I woke up by around 5 a.m. some 4:45 ish. So that is not bad, right? So getting up 5 a.m. is actually a good thing. They went on and wrote a whole book about it. Actually, I started reading that book, but that book didn't suit me. Okay, as we are talking about books, maybe we will jump into about my reading habit in this video. And before that, I want to convey one thing in this video. So as I told, I don't have I won't come prepared for much of my videos. But I discussed that part yesterday that I will have some core idea that I want to speak about. So today that core idea was, sorry, that core idea is why I love, is it love? Maybe we can tell that why I like doing this. So this goes back to the 2000 I don't know the correct year, maybe the year when the Avatar movie came. So James Cameron's the mega project Avatar. In that movie you could see that protagonist, he will be doing this video logs vlogs. So he would be the OG vlogger of all time. Right now everyone is doing, even I am doing it. So in that movie, that main lead, I don't remember his name. I didn't see the last movie, Fire and Ash. I went to that second part. So I will also, as I mentioned it, I will speak about it. So from until then, I want to do this kind of video recording towards myself. So but I didn't have enough equipments or gadgets at the time. I was just a school kid then. So even though I will try, actually from then only, from the very young age, I was so fond of these cameras and everything. So I will just get, if there is a marriage function in our home, in our family, I will get my cousin's mobile phone, and I will be capturing everything with that 0.8 megapixel camera, which I love to do. So I don't even think my cousin would have re revisited those photos, but if he did, it would be nostalgic in some cases. He might have deleted as soon as he got it back. I don't know about that. So but even in that, even in before, this would be easily before 10-15 years, I love to capture pictures. And wherever I go, I try somewhere to get a camera. So in school days we will all go to this tour excursions, right? So in in my fifth grade we went to this Cochin tour. And over there, they actually said they will take us to some shopping mall for a five. I don't know how old I was when I'm studying fifth, but just imagine, for a for a kid from a tier 3 city with very little to no exposure about the outer world, how a tier 1 city would be. I don't know if Cochin be considered as tier 1 city before 15 years, but still it was pretty urban, right, at that time. So we were expecting our school staffs and the team would take us to a shopping mall. By the time I don't even know what a shopping mall is. But actually they took us to somewhere. It was near I can't even say it is a beach, because there were no sand. It was not a typical beach setup. It was like, I think that is what they call now, that Fort Kochi beach. So it is like a walkade, so people could walk there in the seafront. So it was good. And they just took us to the shops in that seafront. And I went there and I saw a camera, and they said the camera costed, what, I don't know, I don't remember properly, but I had that amount. That was the thing. So every parent would give their children some pocket money, or the money to be spent in the tour, right? So I had that enough money to purchase that camera. But that purchase was, what to say, rejected or denied or obstructed by my one of my school staff. He's actually he was the and back then he was our vice principal, and he said this is not a camera, it is a dummy camera, it won't even work. Maybe that could have been a good rescue. Maybe he stopped me from doing a dumb thing, or he stopped a what to say, maybe a sensational photographer. Then who knows, I could have been, I would have been a prodigy in photography if that was an actual camera. But nevertheless, I got my own camera at the age of, again I don't know the uh, correct age, but I got my own camera when I went for the 7th standard tour. And that time we went to Kodaikanal. I had this small camera. I think it is Canon, that digital camera where we can zoom in. And I love that camera. I will take it anywhere I go, not for school of course, but to all other places. Even I will take it to the school, but not during the regular school days, but when during weekends, right? During, not even weekends particularly, yeah, actually even on Saturday too. On Saturday and Sunday, I will go for cricket practice, and I will put that camera into my kit bag, and I will just take pictures and record videos of the matches that goes on. And I will do some commentary during recording those videos. So that is how my love for camera was. I always love to shoot things, record things. And uh, and with that camera we went to, myself and my father, we went to we went to Rameshwaram. And I don't know remember particular things, but we went to that Dhanushkodi part. And back then it was so adventurous. Right now we can go to the tip of the Dhanushkodi in our own vehicle itself. There is, they laid a very good road there. It would be so scenic, and it is so crowded right now, so we won't get that feel, that adventurous feel now. But back then we can only go through the vehicles which were run by those locals. So it would be like I don't know, it makeshift trucks, some Mahindra trucks, and they will load all the people, and they will have rate per head. So we have to, some people have to stand in that back truck, so it won't even have proper seats. It will look like some military excavation excavation process, like they are actually kidnapping us to somewhere to cross the border or such. And there were no road, so we have to go in the sand. And some places the water level would be little bit higher, so you can't even see the sand, you can't even see the mud. It will be like we are traveling in the water, and there will be no buildings in our near sight. It was so adventurous. And that time I had that camera, but I guess those footage should be either somewhere deep in my Google Photos. Maybe I try find it, or somewhere in my old hard disk, which could be corrupted by now. So in that I have a video. So in that video I will show this Dhanushkodi, that all the tsunami affected buildings, and I will give live commentary. See, this is Dhanushkodi. I said those things in Tamil, but this channel is for my English practice, so I don't want to tell that in the same Tamil. So after that, once I actually connected, I took the footage, and I tried playing that in our TV. So the HD TV, and the video quality was so good. It was so crisp and sharp. I was so amazed to see that. What I am wondering is, even after, so this thing happened before 10-15 years, but even now I am seeing the same quality from video cameras. So which is uh, which is what I am wondered about. So hasn't the technology upgraded this far, or is that a distant memory that I am because in those days, so think about the video games we had then. So the GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, that we could see the difference between the GTA Vice City and GTA San Andreas. The GTA San Andreas would be like some real real man going, and the animation looks so real. So but compare it, come to the current timeline. So we probably will get GTA 6 by the end of this year, around November. I hope so. But see the difference. Right now it is actually like the whole game is built using actual cameras, so that's how the technology has changed. But yeah, so maybe our minds stick to that reality in that age. So that could be the case. So that's why after that, during when I'm grade 9, I got my first DSLR, Nikon D7100. It is not in a working condition right now, but I still have that camera. It is actually, that camera is actually like, I would say it is one of my core memory. So no matter how old I am, I will remember that camera, as because it's my first DSLR, and I was the first kid to have the DSLR in my batch. So that was pretty cool. And in that age, I don't even know the functionalities of the camera. So I don't know the concepts of photography, like what is the shutter speed, aperture, ISO. I don't nothing about it. I just shoot with this auto mode, and that camera will have some preset filters and editing, and I will do those editings inside the camera. I will just increase the saturation point and everything. So that's how it was. And I stopped using that camera once I went into college, because over college there were many people, even without DSLR, had a very good camera knowledge, and that is when I realized that I don't have pretty much camera knowledge. So that when the interest slightly degraded. And another major part was that was the time smartphone cameras was improving and evolving so much. So anyone could take a picture from their phone, and they will edit it in the Pixar tab, or B612, some app will be there, and they will edit it and they will post it on Instagram. So I felt offended. So I am having a camera of this such, I am having a DSLR camera, and people are just shooting with some other cameras and so. And after years, just actually I got this camera 2 years, 2023 Diwali, I think so. So I got this Sony ZV-E10 mirrorless camera. So actually I'm pretty happy. I'm just taking videos back to back for the last 4 days. So I feel like I'm utilizing this camera properly right now. So this camera, it is the starting model from the Sony camera line, but it is so capable of doing so many wonders if we pair it up with the right lens. And initially I thought the stock lens which came up, which in which I'm shooting right now, to have limited options. But I tried other lenses too. One of my dear friend gave his full frame camera lens when I went for a Bangalore and Mysore trip last year. But actually after that, he also gave another prime lens, which is the fixed focal length of 50 mm. So I am going too much into the technicals, but who cares? This is my space. Okay. So in the 50 mm focus, what happens is, a 50 mm focal in a full frame camera will be equivalent of 80 mm focal length in this APC censored camera. So it is a crop censored camera. So see, I know more technicals right now, but with limited resources. So that is the beauty of life, I guess. So in Tamil there will be a saying: if we find stone, there will be no dog, and if there is dog, we won't find any stone. So I hope you get what I what I am telling. So that is how it will be. So yeah. So this after that, that I and that the prime lens I'm talking about, the 80 mm equivalent one, had a aperture. It can open its lens, the aperture, up to 1.8, which is a very wide lens, and it will give a very good field of depth or field of view. I'm confusing it, but it will be so nice for portrait shots. But the only problem is the 80 mm view will be, if I'm taking the same video with that lens, you could see only my head, so it will be so zoomed. 80 mm is like so tight, and I have to keep that camera like 3 or 4 5 3 meters away from me, and to get this same equivalent frame. Right now I could reach my lens. This is where the lens is. I didn't touch it, I'm just showing so how far it is from me. But initially I liked that prime lens. Even I now I like it, but the trade-off is that you can't change that. You can't. You will find it pretty hard to frame subjects, and that too, the time when I take this camera is for any marriage functions of my batchmates and so, and that time all want to take some group pictures, and it will be so hard to take group pictures with that lens. It is good for individual shots, but it don't have that versatility to include all. So that's why I like this prime. I am back to this, the stock lens that I have. Actually, its quality is also very good. When I look the pictures in the laptop, it is really so crisp and sharp. So I'm fine with it. Actually, so wow, this is right now the lengthiest video. I've talked for 17 minutes. By when I close it, it should be around 20 minutes. So yeah, I wanted to talk about my book reading habit. That's what I said, but it all came to the camera. Actually, I'm shooting this video right now. What is the time? So the time is, it is just 10 minutes to 11 a.m. So I took this video in the morning itself because I for the last 3 days I planned to shoot in the before I go to the bed. But like yesterday, I don't want to feel so sleepy. So early I'm shooting this in the day itself. Okay. So, okay, tomorrow I will talk about my reading habits. Okay, so catch you up in the next video. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.